It's time to take off your clothes, enjoy clothes-free living, and join us for Naked, Nudists, and Naturists.
Welcome to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, the show that celebrates clothes-free living for all. I'm your host, Frank Stone.
And I'm your correspondent, Lisa Monroe, and I'll be reporting on all things within the Naturist community. So it's time to get naked and join us.
And enjoy clothes-free living on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists. Well, greetings and welcome into Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 30 today. We're glad that you are with us. We look forward to this time together all week. Our clothes are off, you get your clothes off, and we will enjoy clothes-free living together for the next hour. The pool is open, the grill is firing up, we have a stocked cooler, fruit and vegetables off to the left. You brought your towel, you brought your suntan lotion, that's all you need. And if you forgot those, we have extras. So let's just enjoy this hour together celebrating naturism, nudism, clothes-free living for all of the right reasons. But let's kick off today's show with an interview that I did with Philip Oak from Missouri, all about what naturism did for him, his wife, and their marriage. And again, we appreciate you being with us today on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 30. So let's head over to Missouri. We have a gentleman on the line with us today. He's recently written and released a book called Surprised into Freedom. And as I understand his story, he was caught up in lust and porn to the max. His wife had body image issues. We've heard both of those stories many times before. But then they discovered naturism, and suddenly the world opened up and all of those issues went away. And again, he's written the book Surprised into Freedom. So let's welcome him to the show today from Missouri, Philip Oak. Good morning, Phil. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, Frank. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thanks for coming on. Is that basically the gist of the story? All these issues going around, suddenly you discover clothes-free living, and boom, all the bad stuff vanishes? Is that basically it?
That's basically it. Although I would just kind of clarify that naturism was a catalyst for change. It caused us to think differently. And then it was an accelerant for the needed change in our life to see ourselves and others differently.
Okay, so the clothes came off and you began to feel more relaxed, more comfortable, more your actual self instead of being a phony, for lack of a better term?
And you hear it a lot in nature circles that, you begin to see people not as the sum of their parts, but as whole people.
We call it normalizing nudism, normalizing clothes-free living, because it is normal. We're not trying to make something out of nothing. It is normal, and that's the way we should be living, and that's what you're doing, right? Encouraging people. This is how God made us to be. So let's get back to what he wanted, right?
Yeah, and I love what you always say is for all the right reasons. And so I think that's key. I got in for all the wrong reasons, but I stayed in for all the right reasons.
Yeah, easy to do in our society for sure. Well, Philip Oak, it's been great to talk to you again. We'll have you on in a few months for a full-length interview. Check out his book, Surprised into Freedom. Go to achingforeden.com. And Philip Oak, thank you for everything, sir. Enjoy a clothes-free day and week and month or two, and we'll see you next time.
All right, see you, Frank.
All right, thank you. As you can tell by the music sneaking in on us, it is time for the one, the only, the terrific, the very extra nude, Lisa Monroe. And there she is, smiling, dancing in the door as we speak, getting her headphones on now, clothes-free for all the right reasons, our Naturist correspondent, Lisa Monroe. Good morning, Lisa. How are you today?
I'm doing terrific, Frank. How about you?
Not bad. You almost did not get your headphones on in time. I was getting concerned there.
Well, I was dancing too much, I guess, or that's at least what you'll claim. Sorry.
Either that or you had too many clothes to take off. We need to put a stop to that as well, don't we?
Well, it does get a little chillier in Florida this time of year, so there is an extra layer or two to contend with.
All right. Well, on last week's show, we talked about the article from nudeandhappy.com that Mark put out. His misconceptions about nudism, naturism. 8 bullet points. We got through 3, so we're going to start with number 4 today. Misconception number 4, nudists have no boundaries. And he said textiles also worry that nudists have no sense of boundaries or respect for consent. This could not be further from the truth. Nudists have excellent interpersonal boundaries and understand consent implicitly. And take it from there.
At nudist gatherings, people do not touch each other randomly or intimately without invitation. There is an unspoken understanding about giving others physical and emotional space. Normal social etiquettes apply, except without the artifice of clothing. In my experience, nudists are highly respectful, cooperative people.
And we thank Mark from Nude and Happy for all of those misconceptions, and we hope people pass those along to other people. And Lisa, we have to run. Another terrific episode. Stay clothes-free, stay smiling, and we'll see you next time.
You too, Frank. Stay clothes-free and smiling, and we will do this again.
All right, sounds good. You are listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 30 today. Thank you for being with us. The pool is open, the grill is going, the cooler is stocked. You and I are both clothes-free for all of the right reasons. So let's get into part 2 now of Tim Chizmar's interview with the very terrific NICKY Hoffman from the Naturist Society.
I think the thing, too, with like World Naked Bike Ride, I think a lot of people, it's the one day out of the year that they go and get naked, you know? Yeah. And they don't have to join anything. They don't have to give their name, you know.
Sure. If it's so fun, why not do more of it? And I know I'm as I say it, I know like, for example, San Francisco, they do 4 World Naked Bike Rides a year, but they probably dilute it down and they probably have less of a turnout. But if something's fun and exciting, I was telling Rolf Hallbach, I was like, why don't we have a World Naked Bike Ride every Saturday? You know?
I think Cynthia probably would have to hit you for that, because they're a lot of work for
I know, that's true. You're right.
But no. I agree with you. I think it goes well, and
the media hops on. Like Mark created a World Naked Gardening Day, and
yes.
It's all over the news. They want to talk about it. It's so unique and special. And you know, as a naked comedian who made a naked movie, like I get a lot of interviews and stuff like that, because people are fascinated that it even exists, that it's a thing. Yeah. I saw such beautiful pictures from Vermont. Before I die, I want to visit some of these waterfalls, and just Vermont looks beautiful for nudism.
Yes, it is. It is. I was up there right before COVID. I got to Vermont. It was beautiful. I don't know. I find something to love in every state I go in.
That's great.
There's something, you know.
Well, I want to allow an opportunity for you to plug anything that's going on with the Naturist Society right now. I got to tell you, I love your calendars, by the way. I bought the last one and I have the current one. It's right next to my desk. Your calendars are just a lot of fun. But what is there anything you'd like to plug or say that is going on for the rest of the year or plans for next year? Because you've got the podcast, you've got Clothes Free, and wherever else this ends up. So.
Well, we will have a Western gathering again next year, so Cynthia's gonna work on it. I'm not sure where we're gonna go yet. I'd like to do one, like I said, in Oklahoma, so we're thinking about that. I just think that everybody should go to our website. We've got frequently asked questions on there, and you know, I have been known to sell clothes to nudists.
What?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry, but you know, we have to advertise the Naturist Society, so we have T-shirts that we sell. And I am a really good salesperson, so do go online and buy something. It's www.naturistsociety.com. Call our office. All of us will be more than happy to answer your questions and talk to you. And I think everybody ought to try it just once. And if you don't like it, you're crazy, but that's okay. We're all crazy.
We are all crazy. That is for sure. Okay, thank you for joining me, NICKY Hoffman, the Naturist Society. So for the Naturist Living Show podcast and clothesfree.com, I am Tim Chizmar, and stay naked.
Thanks, Tim.
And there you go, part 2, the final part of Tim Chizmar's interview with NICKY Hoffman. We thank Tim for giving us the interview, and of course we thank NICKY Hoffman for all of her great information on the Naturist Society and naturism in general. Well, thank you for being with us today on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 30 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the Naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked, Nudist, and Naturist.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked, Nudist, and Naturist. Have a great clothes-free day.